Hi everyone, this is Dr. Cole Handy Jones here with your handy physical therapy tip of the day. Today I'm going to show you a low back workout. That's 5 exercises that you can do to strengthen your low back. The way I'm going to do this, I'm actually going to do it with you. So what I want you to do right now is find a place that you can lay down on the floor. It could probably be on your bed, but it would be better probably on a stronger surface like the floor or something like that. And we're actually going to do this exercise together. It's only going to take 5 minutes. So let's get going. So the first exercise that we're going to do is a bridge. So I want you to lay down on your back, okay, and I want you to bend your knees up with your feet down on the ground. All you're going to do for this exercise is squeeze your butt cheeks together and lift your butt up off the ground, and then come back down, okay? So I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute, and we're going to do it together. On your mark, get set, and go. So squeeze your butt cheeks, lift, and down, okay? We're going to do this for a whole minute. As we do some of these exercises, I'll briefly explain kind of the why behind them. Maybe some common technique difficulties that I see with people, okay? So for this exercise, more than anything, we're working our butt muscles, okay? Research has shown that butt and hip muscles play a huge role in back pain and different movement patterns that we should be able to do, okay? So every time you lift, squeeze those butt cheeks as hard as you can go. This is also great because every time we fire our butt muscles, we also fire our deep back muscles. The multifidi is what they're called. They actually strengthen and surround the low back vertebral column, okay? So we're getting both those in. Good. Keep going. You're doing great. About 10 more seconds, okay? Lift and squeeze and down. If you're having pain with any of these, listen to your body. Don't go as aggressive. So that would probably involve with this one, just don't go as high up. Okay, go ahead and pause. That's exercise number 1. Okay, the next exercise that we're going to do is called a dead bug. There's lots of moving parts to this exercise, so let's talk through it and make sure you understand it before we start it. Okay, so for this exercise, what you're going to start with, you're going to start with both legs bent up like this and both arms up like so. While you're in this position, you're going to take your tummy muscles and you're going to tighten them, or also picture taking your low back and pushing it down to the table. I don't care if you picture tightening your tummy muscles, pushing it back down to the table, but your point here is to keep this really tight as we do this exercise. Okay, while holding this position, you're going to take opposite arm, opposite leg, and you're going to straighten them out from each other. Okay? And we're just going to go back and forth, just like this, for the whole minute. Okay? So, get yourself set up. Okay, I'm going to start my timer. So lay down, get your arm and legs up, and ready, set, and go. Okay? So tighten those tummy muscles. Good. So, I don't think I have to explain this one too much, but what we're doing is really working our deep abdominal muscles, the ones that really control our spine. Okay? So as you're in this position, keep holding that tight tummy, okay? What that does is it's going to work your tummy muscles while you lengthen your lever arms. So if you go back to your math class or a physics class or something like that, when you lengthen a lever arm, it makes the thing in the middle work that much harder, okay? So keep holding that, keep that back pinned down to the ground the whole time you're doing this. Hold, hold, hold. This one works you pretty hard. Okay, so just keep going there. And that's time. Good, go ahead and take a break. The next exercise that we're going to do is a side plank. So I bet you've seen this before, but I'm going to talk through how I want you to do it. And what we'll do is we'll do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side together, okay? So for this exercise, I want you to bring your elbow up underneath you. I like to take my other hand and put it on your hip. Some people put it up overhead. I'm not too picky. I just think hip's the easiest, okay? What you're then going to do is come up on your feet, and I want you to make sure you're in a line this way and this way as you do it, okay? If that's too hard and aggressive for you, you can even do it just on your knees. So I bend your feet like this, and you can come up on your knees as you do it, okay? So we'll do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. I'll explain some of the benefits as we're going, okay? On your mark, get set, and go. Go ahead and come up, hand on your hip or up overhead, okay? And you're just gonna hold there, okay? Once again, make sure you're in a line here and here, okay? While you're doing this, I wanna make sure you're pushing down through your feet and lifting with your hip and butt muscles, okay? I've already talked about how important hip and butt muscles are in back pain, okay? But they're a huge deal, and research has shown this is one of the best exercises to really work those. Okay, go ahead and flip, other side, and up, hand on the hip or overhead, and really hold this. This is a great exercise too because we get a ton of bang for our buck. You get butt and hip muscles, low back abdominal, shoulder, shoulder blade, and mid back all in one, okay? If you notice this is hard, that's okay. Just do the best you can. Almost there, and time. Okay. This next exercise is called a curl up. There's lots of pieces of this, so let's learn this together before we do it. Okay, so for this exercise, what you'll do, you'll bend up one knee, the other one's gonna stay straight. I don't care which side you do. If you find that one is more comfortable than the other, do that, but it shouldn't matter, okay? You're gonna take both hands and you're gonna place them under your low back, okay? So above your hips, above those hard bones in your hips, and on your low back, okay? You're gonna take your chin and tuck it ever so slightly in towards your Adam's apple and try to hold that position. While holding this position, you're gonna do a mini crunch. So all you're gonna do is very lightly lift your shoulder blades up off the table, hold for a second, and back down. Shoulder blades up off the table, hold, and down, okay? I want you to picture that you're curling right about here. That's where you're trying to curl and lift from, okay? So right about roughly nipple line, okay? So think of that as we do this exercise, okay? So I'll start my timer here. On your mark, get set, and go, okay? And controlled up and down is what you're thinking of, okay? Remember, keep your chin in as you do this. I think you'll notice this one is really challenging. Lots of people end up shaking after just a few reps, as I am right now, feeling a good shake in my abdominal muscles as I do it. This particular exercise has shown to be really, really low load through your spine, which is good when we have really painful low backs. There is a point where we do want to load our spine, because that is a healthy thing as well. But as we're acute, have new pain, or really flared up, this is a great exercise to go to that really seems to help. Good. And that's time. Okay, the last exercise that I want to show you is a bird dog. You're doing great. I bet you felt that you got a little bit of work by this time. Let's finish it up with one last exercise, okay? So this exercise is all about this setup. That's the most important piece. So I want you to get down on your hands and your knees, okay, on the ground. When you line up this exercise, I want you to make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and knees are underneath your hips, okay? Tuck your chin in towards your Adam's apple and push up ever so slightly through your shoulder blades. Your goal is to keep your spine as straight and stiff and rigid as a board, okay? While you hold that position, opposite arm and opposite leg, stretch out and back, and out and back. Okay, we're gonna do this for a minute together, all right? So, on your mark, get set, and go. Okay, spine's rigid, and you move. I usually tell people this one is not about speed, nor is it going to be a crazy fatiguing exercise. It's all about control and coordination, okay? Also, with your arm and your leg as they stretch out, I don't want you to reach up at all. Just try to reach straight out, okay? In fact, I'm really not that worried how high that your leg is going. What I'm worried about is that your spine is staying straight, your low back is staying rigid, okay? This exercise is trying to teach your body or coordinate your body to learn how to keep your whole spine stiff and straight as you do different movements, whether it be lifting, reaching, whatever it is. We should create rigidity in our spine before we do those kind of movements. Good, and that's the time. I hope you found something that was helpful in this video, and I hope you got a good workout, okay? If you found something valuable, please hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and put a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.